Hey everyone, welcome to this week's recap of the Celebrity Apprentice.
We gotta start by giving a shout out to Irelandman. Blah, blah. I just said something in Irish.
Okay, so don't they speak English?
No, they speak Irish.
Okay.
They speak like Celtic.
So last time on Celebrity Apprentice, Tom Green was fired because Trump hasn't milked all of Dennis Rodman's
Meltdown
craziness
potential.
yet.
Yeah. So that's a shame because I would have liked to have seen Tom Green stick around a little bit longer.
Me too.
So Dennis thinks in his own little mind that Clint Black is targeting him.
I don't really understand that, but okay.
But Claudia seems to think it's true too, and she feels sorry for Dennis that he's got to put up with Clint.
What about putting up with himself?
I don't know how he can live with himself.
I don't know.
But Brandy delivers her money to California Policeman's Charity to some guy in a hot dog cart. That was cool. All right, so the teams are meeting this week at Capitale. It's like some kind of event place.
All right, and newsflash, Joan is gone all day
Again.
But she will be back.
They say. So Greg and Tony from ACN are telling the teams that they're going to be unveiling their brand new videophone.
Woo! So, the project managers
Right.
for this week, for the men, Bryan McKnight, and for the women, Claudia Jordan.
She's really good at opening up suitcases.
Briefcases.
Oh, right. There's a big difference there.
There is.
So the teams have to negotiate for the time slot to do their presentation because somebody's going to go first and somebody's going to go second.
Obviously, it's better to go second.
Yeah, because then, it's the better spot. So Clint and Annie are the two people doing the negotiations for each team.
So Annie's like, well, I think we should flip a coin if you're not going to budge on your decision.
Why
And
would
Clint's
anybody
like,
budge?
All right, if that's what we're doing. It was so weird.
It was pretty funny.
Pretty lame.
No, I thought it was pretty funny, actually, because then when Clint won the coin toss, Dennis Rodman went into roid rage.
He freaked out for no reason.
Yeah, it was like no reason whatsoever.
It was like he was jealous that it wasn't him.
Yeah, because he was like totally planning, I think, for Clint Black to like fail and let them have the first slot because he thought he was going to cave into Annie. So when he won, I mean, he came over, there was fingers in the faces, he threw down his microphone pack, I'm sure he busted it up, and he ran away.
Too.
He ran away like a little 2-year-old.
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with him?
I don't know. So, moving on.
Yeah.
The teams then met with the executives, and they were like, yo, we want a high-energy, exciting launch.
More energy.
And this is how it's going to go down. There's going to be 500 sales reps at the presentations, and they're going to vote on the better presentation.
Who they like best. So, right away, Jesse James, I'm liking the way this guy thinks. He's like...
Jesse James is the shiz.
He is. He's like, yo, let's go up to West Point and talk to some military guys because they always want to call home.
He wants to make a video package.
That's right. Very, very smart. And he's so good at this.
That is what I was thinking would be a good idea. So, we're on the same wavelength.
Well, we find out on the ladies' team that Joan is not going to make it back from Dallas in time because they wanted her to do the presentation, but it's just not happening.
But wait, Natalie arranged a private plane to bring Joan back.
Where did she get this private plane?
I don't
I think it was like from her management
like
or something.
Or
yeah, that was crazy. So, yeah, Bryan McKnight has some ideas of his own, too. And Clint Black would like to hear them.
He wants to be part of the creative process.
Exactly. Bryan, so I hear you writing a song for a presentation?
Yeah.
Did you write it already?
Yeah.
Can I hear it? Do you need any help with that?
No.
What can I do then? Because I want to be part of this whole thing right here.
We don't need you, so it's all taken care of.
No, but you sure I can't help?
Yeah.
Oh, poor Clint Black. He just wanted to be a part of the whole thing.
it really looked like he was itching to, like, perform or something.
I think they really... yeah. Poor Clint.
Yeah. So, on the women's team, it was totally Melissa versus Claudia.
Two big heads right there.
Because Melissa's all like, yo, I got 15 years experience in this business. Like, producing.
Behind the scenes, thank God. So, yeah.
No, she was in front of the camera. So
Claudia was like, if there was no Joan, there would be no Melissa. And she's right, you know, because who would Melissa be without Joan?
I don't know.
Seriously.
I think she is a skilled producer.
Yeah, but she got her break because of Joan.
Yes. So Dennis returns to the men's team, and he's like, I'm back, what can I do? So,
absolutely nothing.
It's not true, though, because Clint was on the phone, and the guy was like, we'll give you the monitors for like $4,800, and Dennis was all, I can get them for free.
And did he?
Well, Bryan was like, no, we don't want it. So
why? We want you to get fired. Yeah.
So yeah, Bryan was not having any of that. He was not going to use Dennis, like, at all.
Yeah. There was a mother and a crybaby on the ladies' team for the filming.
Yeah.
Mama.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't stand crybabies. She never cried.
No.
Ever. All right, so at West Point, it was so funny when they were getting the recruits to do the little video thing. They were like, yo, your girlfriend just told you that she slept with your best friend.
Jesse was telling the guy to be like, yo, why'd you sleep with him? And stuff like that. It was so funny.
It was pretty funny.
I don't think that made it to the video, the final.
No, well, there was voiceover, too, so it was just like him talking on the phone, so you couldn't really understand what he was saying. So, all of a sudden, Clint Black is in love with Dennis Rodman now.
It was really weird. He was like, when are we going back to the gay bars?
That was so bizarre.
He liked that a little too much last week.
I think so. So, Claudia is really down on Melissa, and she starts imitating her, and she's like, okay, this is how it goes. Forehead doesn't move. She's talking out of the side of her mouth over here, and she's just like this. Wow, that was really bizarre. But
Claudia,
I could definitely identify with that.
It would be really easy to pull out your Brooklyn or Bronx or whatever the hell kind of accent that is, so watch your back.
Wow, there's a whole lot of love on the ladies' team. Let's just say that.
So Joan flies in. I think her plane landed at like 4:30 in the morning or something.
What is it with her walking down steps? It's really difficult. I guess it's because she's like 100 years old. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Joan. Your face looks like that 30-year-old mask.
So she's all like, it's 4:30 in the morning. I'm going to be a bitch tomorrow.
I can understand that. All right, so things were pretty much in the shit. Yeah. And then supposedly Melissa started like, all right, you do this and you do that. And then you know what, Mom? When she says this, you do this. And, okay, that's what she does. Okay? And I probably could have done it too.
Could you?
I think I could have. Anyway, it's the ladies' presentation time. It was okay.
It was really cheesy, though.
It was cheesy, but the worst part of it was Brandy's vignette. What on earth did the marriage proposal have anything to do with a video phone?
I don't know, but I really didn't like the mixing of real-life acting and quote-unquote acting. Yeah. And the video packages, I didn't like it.
Joan's jokes were pretty funny. Yeah. But the whole other part of it was...
Okay. So, men's presentation. The video was awesome.
Because Jesse made it. And Clint and Bryan, they can work a crowd because I'm sure they've worked stadiums full of people before.
They're seasoned performers.
Exactly. And they know how to get people going. And Dennis Rodman is standing in the wings like, this is crap. You know? Yeah. Why is he so jealous of everyone? He's had an okay career.
Okay.
He's had a good career. Why is he so angry about everything else?
I don't know.
He's always got to be the center spotlight, and if he's not, he reminds me of someone else I know. Not you. All right.
That's what I thought. All right, time for the boardroom. So DT's talking to the teams, like just trying to get a feel for what happened. So the men's team, he's like, all right, did everyone get along?
No.
And then Clint was like, oh, but me and Dennis are best friends. We're going to the gay bar.
Yeah.
Ah! He must have said that about 50 times.
That was just weird. And then the ladies' team, it was the Rivers girls versus Claudia. And Donald Trump was very, very interested in the actor that played Brandy's husband and how her husband would feel that the guy shoved his tongue down Brandy's throat, and can I see it again?
And he talked about that like 50 times.
He talked about that more than anything else.
Alright, so the men smashed the ladies. It was like 85 to 15%.
It was a smackdown. That was a total smackdown.
It was.
So the charity of choice is Youthville, USA. And they're getting a measly $20,000. I mean, compared with...
That's the standard for...
Yeah, but compared with last week's $167,000, it seems like chump change.
Mm.
So it's time for the ladies to answer the DT in the boardroom.
This is their first boardroom.
Mm-hmm. All right, presentation was boring, but Joan was great, even though her face didn't move.
All right, so Claudia on Melissa.
Yeah. I can't whip her. Slavery is over. What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. Then Melissa's like, I am a producer. And Claudia's like, what have you produced? Blah, blah, blah. So Melissa's like...
2-hour red carpet events.
For the last 12 years.
No, not really.
She's like, I have. Congratulations.
Yeah. What? That was just so lame. The least effective member of the team is...
Chloe.
What the hell did she do? Besides sit there. Yeah,
texting.
Yeah.
I remember for sure last week she was texting.
Yeah. Claudia picks Melissa and Chloe to go back into the boardroom.
Bottom line, she brought Melissa back because she just doesn't like her personality.
I could see that.
And Chloe because she didn't do that much.
She didn't do a damn thing
she didn't take the initiative to do anything big.
So... Unfortunately, Claudia was fired.
What do you mean, unfortunately?
I was hoping Chloe was going to be fired. At least Claudia stepped up and took the position of project manager.
Yes.
You know?
Chloe was project manager before.
That's true. But this time she didn't do too much. You know, she really didn't do too much when she was project manager either. So, next time, kids, this is a sad one.
This is crazy.
It's a Dennis Rodman intervention in the boardroom.
He's an alcoholic, yo!
I could have told you that. You're not going to want to miss this one. So, till next intervention, much love.